Hey, this is Lacey, your Las Vegas gal. I'm here with my good friend Amber Coleman from Guild Mortgage. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Always good when I sit down with you.
I know. It makes the day much better when we're together.
Man. I love when we chat, and today I'm excited because we're going to be talking to the audience today about how to invest your money the right way in Las Vegas. We've got so many people.
This is my favorite topic.
Oh, I know.
You know that,
this is
right?
why I love sitting down with you, because you're a money mindset. You're always about how to make the most out of your money. So that's what today's video is about. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about if you're thinking about moving to Vegas and you're selling your home somewhere else. We want to show you how to maximize that profit that you're making, and not just get one house, not just get two, but maybe you could get 3 houses, 2 houses, 9 houses,
Think
whatever
big.
kind of big.
That's what we do, right?
Yes. So we actually had somebody named Steve Munoz. He reached out to me on Instagram. Shout out, Steve. Thank you so much for reaching out through the DMs. You can also, just as a quick side note, follow both Amber and I on Instagram. Anytime you want, reach out, get a hold of us through the DM. Our links are below, so make sure you go down there and follow us. We'd love to say hi. But Steve reached out and said he's considering selling his home in Camarillo, California, which is a pretty high-end area of the world.
Nice out
beautiful.
There. Yeah.
I think Kardashian lives somewhere by there. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So whatever. But anyway, he's saying he's thinking about selling his home, and he said he's about to walk away with, profit-wise, a little over $500,000. So he's working with a pretty good chunk of money, and he knows better than to just come here and spend that on one house. He's like, Lacey, I know what Vegas looks like. I know I can get a really, really nice house for $250, $300, $350. What do I do with the rest of the money? So first of all, I know.
Right now. Let's go to it.
I said, first of all, hang tight. I'm meeting with Amber. I'm going to ask her what she thinks. I know my opinion, but I would love to hear what your thoughts are.
Okay, so here's what I would think if somebody said, I have this kind of money.
Right.
That's exciting stuff right there.
Right.
There's a lot of people that will contact me, and let's say that they don't even have jobs right now, because a lot of times, you know, they don't have jobs with what's going on right now, okay?
Right.
So what you could do with that kind of money is you could buy, let's just say 2 houses. So let's just say you go and you buy a $150,000 condo,
townhome.
Let's say 250,000. So that's 300,000 of the money that you have left.
Right.
That money, those condos that you just bought, or those townhouses you just bought, are now like investment properties.
Right.
So all the rents that you get off those, you now count as income.
So wait a minute. So if I am buying 2 properties and I've got, say, $500,000, I'm spending half of that on 2 units that I'm going to be renting out to people.
Yeah.
I'm buying them flat cash, so I don't have any monthly expenses other than taxes that might come up, or like HOA fees, but really like minimal monthly expenses. So almost all the money I'm making from the rent coming in that I'm renting them out for is to my bottom line. That's money in my pocket.
Yeah. Everything that you're getting, I mean, because you do have taxes and you have insurance, you have HOA, so all that has to be taken into consideration.
But essentially, you're profitable, though.
And
that's money.
You have a profit coming in, so all that's going to count as your income. Well, I shouldn't say all of it. Everything except for 25%, because as a landlord, we as a lender have to consider that you're going to have expenses that you're going to have in those houses.
Right.
So
but
if you get
to keep it simple, right? If you're getting $1,500, whatever that portion of that is, that's money in your pocket.
Yeah.
That's considered income.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So I'm just making it simple. Want to make it easy. So let's just pretend $500,000. You just spent half of it on 2 units or 2 houses or 2 condos or whatever that you're going to be able to make money on. Now, let's talk about rent for a minute, because a lot of people don't realize rent is on the rise, my friends. Like, woo!
It's crazy. I'll take applications for people. Like the other day, I took one and I'm like, what does it say you pay in rent? $2,100?
What?
And it was an
out here?
apartment. It was out here, and it was an apartment. I'm like, you can buy a really nice house for that. I mean, I was looking at things upward of $400,000, and you weren't paying that.
So many people don't realize that. Yeah, so many people think that they have to rent because they've always rented, and they think you have to have lots of money in the bank to buy a house, but you really just don't. I mean, especially with the help of someone like you and your team, like, we want you to think creatively about your money. We don't want you to think you have to pay rent any longer. So if you're renting right now and this is like totally foreign to you, stay tuned anyway, because this might actually be kind of the thing that takes you from a renter to a buyer. That's another video. But for today's video, it's really about maximizing that extra cash that you might have. So let's go back to Steve, because I want to make sure we answer his question. Okay. So he's got $500. He just maybe spent $200,000 or $250,000 on 1 or 2 condos that he's now going to be able to count the income from those condos to go as income as if he's working for that income, right?
Yeah, so it raises his income on his application. So say that he's not working right now, we're going to count that income towards his application, and then he can buy a 3rd house for himself.
With a loan,
for him to be, for a loan. So then you take either a portion or all of whatever you have left, and then you put it as a down payment on that loan, and
now you look like you're making money, so you don't have to have a job, because that's your job.
Income coming from the rental houses. have money left over for the down payment on the one house.
So you're putting the remainder of the money left over down on that one. You've got a little bit of income, so it looks like you're able to pay the payment on the mortgage, which you will be able to because you're making money on those condos, right?
Because the rent's beautiful right now. It's perfect time.
So now you own 3 properties. You have one that has a loan that's being paid for by the other 2, and you're living your best Las Vegas life, enjoying
and you're building
everything.
Equity on it too.
And you're making money on those.
Like the amount that it's going to raise to in the future is exciting.
Oh my God. Okay, let's think on a different scale because that's like not many people are going to be selling their house making $500,000.
Yeah.
Steve, we love you, man. Call us because we think you're awesome for having that amount of money. We want to help you spend that money.
Good job with the self-discipline, leaving it in your house.
Right? And actually, thank you for asking for our advice. This is fun, right?
It is fun.
Okay, let's think of someone maybe in the Midwest, a little bit of a smaller price point. So let's say they're selling their house they're downsizing. They're selling their house for $300,000. Okay, $325,000-ish is about the average price for a home out here. So immediately the person might think, I'm gonna make $300,000, that means I have to spend all of that $300,000 on a new home. But what you may not be thinking is, we could do the same structure, right? So you could buy a house, you may not need an entire home for $300,000. You might want to downsize and get yourself a $150,000 condo. So say you're buying a condo for $150,000, you're gonna do the same thing, you're gonna buy it cash, right? Rent it out, use that as income.
Rental income.
Use the other 100, 125, whatever that looks like, 150 to put as a down payment, and now you can get into another house that might be the 300, 325, whatever that is, because your loan can get you above what that down payment is. It's about using and maximizing that fund. Did I say it right?
No, you said it absolutely right.
I don't know if I confused everybody, but I feel like I just got smarter, so thank you.
This is exciting stuff right here too.
I just think people assume you either have cash or you have a loan. Most people don't realize you can actually make a little bit of a combination, stir it up, and make yourself an investment too.
Really, what better investment can you do? I mean, future-wise, there's people are always going to need a house. So you're putting it in a safe place when it's going into housing.
And let me touch on that because I think there's a lot of let me just call it what it is. There's a lot of BS in the news about the market's going to crash and your house is going to be worth nothing and all of this stuff. Listen, we don't know what the market's going to bring in the next 1 year, 18 months, 2 years, whatever that's going to look like. But what we know is people always need a place to live, right?
Well, and long term,
it doesn't matter.
If the market, like any market, stock market, you're going to see this.
Yep.
And I don't think it's going to crash.
I don't
because
either.
I think the pandemic has just made home more important to people.
Home has never been more important.
It's never
We've
been
said
more.
that a few
We've said
times.
it like even at the very beginning of this. We said it. So markets are always going to go like this, but in the end, like the housing market, it's going like this.
Yeah.
So you're going to see waves, and you just got to stick in for the long haul.
And that's the thing is, it's a long-term investment. So many people look at houses. Well, the market crashed 2 years later. I can't believe that I bought this house. Well, you bought it, it's a 30-year loan, right? Most of the time people don't realize, like, you're not buying it to turn and flip and make that cash really quickly. You're buying it because you're expected to sit on it for a minute, because never in the history, ever, in the history of the real estate industry, has it ever dipped and stayed dipped. It always comes back up.
When it crashed before, I mean, that's because it wasn't that long ago. It was what, 12 years ago?
We have a little bit of like,
it's still in our mindset. We're afraid it's going to come back. But when it did before, the people that kept their houses ended up gaining more equity as long as they just kept stayed in it. So right now the houses are above where they were at their highest level before.
It's never not come back.
You can see that it's going like this just based off of that scenario right there.
So if you disagree with that, hey, nothing I can do to change your mind. But I'm here to tell you, this is what I do for a living. This is what Amber does for a living. And our teams, both of our teams, are here to serve you and help you think really critically about that money that you're making on your home and on your previous investment and how to reinvest that money back into real estate, but divide and conquer,
and
right?
maximize the money that you have.
That's the bottom line. We are here to help you make more money. It's a money mindset. If this was a Monday, I'd say it's a money mindset Monday, but I don't know what day it is of the week that you're watching this.
I like that though.
Right? I'm going to figure that out.
Out of that.
I know. So bottom line is, if you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you're just thinking about maybe even investing in Vegas, and you have a little bit of money in the bank, whether it's from a recent sale or it's just something that you're maybe cashing out stocks. We've had a few people doing that. They're pulling their money off of the unpredictable market and they want to put it into something tangible. We're here to help you. Amber's really creative. Our team is really creative. We are never going to go, you're a churn and burn, it's you're a buyer, you're a seller, you're just a cash buyer, you're just a loan. We want to make you think creatively, because that's what we bring. That's the value we try to bring. So if you're thinking about it, if you're even just considering it, both Amber and I are always happy to take a call with you. We have a link below in the description. We always encourage you to just click the link. We'll set up a call. We'll answer your questions, and maybe you can make some money. I mean, that's the end goal, right? Make money, live your best Las Vegas life, maximize that money mindset.
How can it get better than that?
I don't know. If you are looking to follow up with either Amber or myself, want to say hi to us, our Instagram links are down below as well. If you're watching this on a mobile device, you can still access this information. Just click around a little bit, play with it. We promise it's there. Otherwise, comment on this video. We'll get you the info. But we're here to help you, as always. Amber, thank you for always being available for our clients. She's amazing.
I always love coming on your channel.
Thank
you.
Thing. Amber also has her own channel. That link is below as well. We just want to help you guys out. So until next time, figure out how to maximize your money. This is Amber and Lacey, and we'll see you then.